looking at me, looking at you. Hold up, where you going? What you doing? Who you seeing? What you need? What you want? I said, without you by my side, my side, my side. Without you by my side. One time from side to side. Without you by my side, I can't go outside. Without you by my side, I can't go outside. Without you by my side, I can't go outside. One time from side to side. Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Good evening, Titan Esports, and welcome to the fall 2024 season of Titan. We're doing Divinity tonight. It's the start of we're doing Conduit Esports Revelation versus Sun Lero. I'm with
and we are kicking off the season right tonight. Should be a banger of a game here. Good to have you here, Wisdom, with me, and can't wait to kick off the season. I expect to see a lot of new champions tonight, and a lot of new items being built, and a lot of team fighting going on as well. So, see how it goes.
For sure. With 14-19, a lot of changes have been happening up. We do have first game going to be crazy. It's going to be Conduit versus Sun, both very consistent teams in Divinity, and as well as the other leagues here. With Cert, we do have Fenbach starting off in the top lane, Lada in jungle, Darius in mid, Domination 2340 and 80 carry, as well as Alyssa Raven in the support role.
And for some, we have a Notorious TLP in the top lane, Korra in the jungle, Kills in the mid lane, Jobo as AD carry, and Dorike as support. So with that being said, we're just waiting for them to get in the draft here. We do have a couple of patch changes to talk about. We have Lethal Tempo coming back in. Wisdom, do you see anything else that kind of caught your eye there?
A lot of the item changes, especially in the bot lane. AD carries are going to be having a lot less damage actually to build currently, so it's going to be a lot more hyper carries. You're going to see the Jinx, going to be seeing a lot more like Sivir, Zeri more than likely with those item changes coming through, and especially with the Lethal Tempo changes. We're going to be seeing probably a lot more of that on the AD carries tonight as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what gets rolled out here in the mid lane as well. I've seen a lot of Ahri buffs there, a lot of different changes to Zanya's and some more mid lane items there as well. I do believe that Luden's is a little bit cheaper there, and Rabadon's, I think, lost some damage and is a little bit less gold to spend to get as well. That being said, top lane here, I know Fenbach is a tank player, so I'm not sure what Notorious is going to be rolling out to negate that, or if they're going to have a wet noodle fight up there. Going to see what they're going to want to build there as well. Might see Aatrox or Cassante has been played a lot lately, so excited to see what all around the map really was to be played.
Yeah, I know Notorious is actually like an Ornn one trick mainly, so he's also wet noodle player. But I think Cassante's also gotten a lot of nerfs recently with this most recent patch, where they've dialed him down a lot more. He's not going to be as much of an unkillable demon at this point. So it should be nice to see the differences of how he used to be played versus currently, especially with the item changes and Tank's going to be probably meta at this point going top lane just because you're going to have a lot less damage going on. So it's going to be a lot more just sitting there and just soaking that damage in.
Yeah, it can be really rough to deal with as well, especially with your team fighting. Junglers are going to have to do their jobs for the rest of the lanes here because top lane might just be an island and can get really boring up there with a couple of tanks. So we'll see what really goes on. Ornn can be incredible and deal and dish out a lot of damage as well. Kind of a ridiculous champ in my opinion. And we'll have draft rolling out.
Absolutely. So Sturt gets the first ban here. Honestly, I haven't seen too much in terms of 14-19 drafts and bans yet, so we are going to see the Udyr coming out, though, right off the bat.
Yeah, I like that ban here, Udyr. Like we were talking about before, it soaks a lot of damage. Can be all around the map here, take away the other team's jungle, and just really a menace. It's like a more tankier Nudu, in my opinion. And Aphelios will be banned out here on the Sun side with Poppy rolling out as well.
And then it looks like Aphelios coming out from the side of Sun, so if you want the AD carry to have the powerhouse that is Aphelios when he hits that 2-item power spike, as well as a Skarner ban coming in. So a lot of jungle bans / top bans because they can basically just flex into those spots as well.
Yeah, if you told me Poppy was a menace in this game again, I would call you crazy. But Poppy can really catch you off guard on some of these walls here and almost one-shot a lot of these AD carries as well. Especially with people like Kog'Maw and Jinx being played again. Jinx being banned out. Incredible, again, with that Lethal Temple coming right back to the game.
Absolutely. And then also, of course, Zach on the side of Cert coming out. So we are going to have our first pick here. Jinx being banned. We have the Viego just straight off the rip, like 20 seconds, like not even 20 seconds in. So they're wanting to have that hyper carry, get those resets on him, make him that late game hyper carry as well.
Viego's gonna be tough to deal with. If Viego gets ahead at any point in this game, it might be over. Especially with the Sejuani coming out on the other side here, Viego being able to take out a tank and take their spells and items as well, turning in those other champions really turn around a team fight. Jhin, I do like being locked in there for Sun in that bot lane. Jhin feels really good with the item changes there. Collector, IE, into an RFC or another a Zeal item can do a lot of damage down there. And Swain, maybe that support lane can be a huge bully down there, that bot lane.
It could also be AP carry Swain, it could be mid Swain, it could be top Swain. We have no idea where the Swain's going to go at this point. And then Tom doesn't make that any easier to figure out either.
Yeah, both disgusting champions roll out already this early in the draft. I do like the drafting that Cert's already rolled out with. It's going to be really tough for them to deal with. Jhin does not have the amount of damage per second to deal with any of those champions there. I mean, Viego is going to be the main carry from the looks of it so far in Cert. I do like the Cinder Lock in there for kills and Acel being banned out.
Absolutely. And I mean, honestly, look at that. You're looking at the side of Cert, you have Tank Tom. He's just going to sit there and just wet noodle everybody. Also, he has the percentage HP. Ornn being banned actually from this, again, going against Notorious LP DLP. Get rid of the Ornn. It's his main champion he plays. Can't say I'm surprised by that at all.
Yeah, I do think there's a skill matchup with the Tom Kench, but I mean, if somebody is really good with a good champion and has a lot of time on them, just want to ban that out. Put them with something they're not comfortable with. I like the Mordekaiser ban as well. Mordekaiser is tremendous to deal with there in that top lane. And when you're playing Mordekaiser, if you're looking 1v9, and if you can't 1v9, you can take away whoever's 1v9 on the other team and have your team help carry that out. Karma going to be locked in for support on the Sun side. That Jhin Karma duo is going to do a lot of damage with a lot of speed as well.
Absolutely. And they are waiting to see with that top lane counter pick to see who's actually going there. We have Ziggs coming in, so very AP heavy currently for the side of Cert. Ziggs is AP damage. A lot of Tom's damage is going to be AP, surely obviously AP. And then you have Viego, who's going to be like that late game hyper carry with all AD. So we're looking at either a support, and then it's going to be top lane coming out. So that is going to be Ziggs, Tom in the bot lane.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the Swain matchup with that too. We're not going to know until they get in the game anyways, but it does make sense with the Tom Ziggs down there, having the eat to get Ziggs out of there, and the bomb as well. I do like that starts me looking for picks and moving around the map more than just trying to team fight this one out. Sun looking to fight you face to face, 5-5 there, and having Karma with that mobility. Jax being able to take out whatever's thrown at them. That Camille has a big job on her hands in that top lane there. Oh, it's Swain at Tom Kench in the bot lane.
Oh my gosh, they are just they went for the absolute just powerhouse bot lane. We're gonna just
Oh,
steamroll you
man.
if we get you caught, and it's gonna be Swain catching them, Tom going in with this W, and it's just gonna be Jin's gonna be blown up immediately. He has no chances to survive if he gets caught out by that.
I've never seen a more diveable comp in my life. Tom Kench Swain with a Ziggs bomb from the mid lane and Viego just ulting on top of you in that bot lane tower. Jin and Karma gotta play it careful. From minute 1 to minute however long it goes in this game right now, they have a really tough time to decide whether they want to be in that lane or get out as soon as possible and help out their team here. They got a big job in front of them, and hopefully kills can scale up as fast as possible. Jax should be the backbone with Sejuani of this team. Sun gonna have to play this perfectly out here because Cert has all chances in the game to get ahead as fast as possible.
Absolutely agree, and honestly, a lot of poke going to be coming out from the side of Cert as well. You have the Ziggs bombs, you have Swain EW, he can Q you from all up on the distance. Top lane's going to be interesting, seeing the Jax versus Camille. Camille is currently a very, very strong champion, especially into tanks, and they have the Sejuani, and that's going to be their only current tank that they have, minus like their off tank with Jax. I think it's going to be interesting to see how the itemization changes how they're going to be playing currently.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm looking at the mid lane matchup too here with Ziggs being so squishy. Might have to just push that lane out, but Syndra also has wave push of their own, so Kills I feel like has an easy game ahead of them if they can stay above half health and just try to scale up to level 6, try and burst out Darison out of that mid lane as fast as possible. So looking around the map right here, we have normal starts. We're gonna have jungler starting on the same side. That'll be a blue start and a red start for Sejuani. And I'm not sure where Sejuani's going to be path in this game. I don't see anything too easy for them to go towards besides that bot lane, but I don't think Jin and Karma have enough damage there to take out a Tom or a Swain. Swain, not the tankiest champion, but heals off of everything they throw at you.
Absolutely agree. I mean, both sides also got that cheeky little word down in the Raptors, so they each know where the other one's at now. Viego does opt to go straight down to those golems and the bot. We do have Sejuani trying to get the top side taken care of, so Viego could be going for either a mid gank or an early bot gank. He did jump straight from the wolves down to there, so that's very interesting to watch.
Yeah, skip the blue buff as well. Could be looking to catch Sejuani on their way down to their blue buff here, and then back go get theirs as well. Viego does a very good job at counter invading or invading as well. Can definitely 1v1 Sejuani pre-6, so we'll see how that one goes, if Glada's going to go for it or not. I do like the play if they make that decision.
All right, and the red buff does go over. That's level 3 now. It looks like they are going to go for an early bot gank. Swain Tom does make sense for it. And they both get hit by the knockup. We are watching the Tom go in, gets pulled in by the Swain. He gets away with his flash in from the Diego. W in, goes in onto the Jin, and gets the first blood for Tom Kench, actually taking that from Viego, but does get the reset, does get some additional damage down, and they're going to get that wave pushed in. Karma almost getting knocked up again, but does walk away safely.
Easy first blood for them. It's game, set, match. I mean, 1, 2, 3 combo, left, right, jab, uppercut from that Tom, just Wing in, knocking up everybody. Viego able to get the kill, or sorry, Tom gets able to get the kill as well. Viego is not done though. They are inside of Sejuani's jungle.
He's looking for that. He's looking for that Sejuani. He sees her. And he does actually get the Gromp away. Does end up getting stunned up. They do have bot lane, but they're not actually looking over. Jin misses the W. Tom going in once again. Viego getting the solo kill down onto the Sejuani. Gets the reset. Going in onto Dory. Dory is now currently stuck in a bad spot, but does get the kill onto Viego. So that is going to be a 1-for-1 in that jungle fight.
A little aggressive here. They're still going. It's an awkward situation here for Cert. I mean, 1 kill onto Viego, 1 kill onto the Tom Kench, but I don't like giving the double buffs over to the Karma here. That was the one thing they had going for them on the side of Sun, was that Karma having those little cooldowns, having the Q poke going out. With Viego out of the map here, Jin and Karma should be able to play a lot more aggressive.
Absolutely agree. And I mean, the root coming in after the fact almost stopped the Tom Kench from getting over the wall, but doesn't. Karma's going to have a lot easier time of just poking out that lane now with the double buffs, the blue buff, giving also again that cooldown reduction, the mana. It's going to be great for those empowered Qs. We do see Sejuani trying to make a play up top lane. Camille is very pushed up. No wards down currently. And they get the E down. They end up perfectly done from that E though. And the flash away does end up... Oh my gosh.
Femblock's alive. Glada's still here though, going for it. gonna decide if they want to go back in or not. Sejuani is saying, get out of here. I've had enough of you. You set the tone earlier. Now it's my turn to return the favor here in that top lane. Fenbach having to go away to treat his wounds in the fountain here. Going to TP right back up to that top lane. Gotta going right back to farming here. Did get that blue buff as well. Sejuani has 24. 2 Viegos 20. But now they are even after that Gromp kill. Have a TP here from Ziggs in that mid lane. Mid lane looking pretty even as well. And Jhin having a lot better time after that gank in the bot lane.
Absolutely. And I mean, honestly, it's about even all around, all sides around. Fenbach just barely made it out of that fight just because of the missed auto from Sejuani. If she
can he do it again?
I mean, he's doing it again. He's getting out. Like, he's actually fighting back into them now. Like, look at that damage. And that's just from having a Sheen on Camille. That's just one item. And it's not even a full item yet. But we do see Glada coming in as well with the Viego. Gonna try and go for the stun. Does actually get it onto the Sejuani. Sejuani is going to go down. Fenbach taking the kill over. And that is another reset for Viego. Jack's getting pushed away. And that is going to be an easy freeze for Fenbach if he chooses to do so.
There's no fear in Glada's eyes. Glada is a stone cold killer. And I think Illicit Raven is on the same page as well. Looking at the mid lane here. Kills is quarter health. Will they make it happen? There's a W being thrown out for Vision there next to Syndra. But will not catch them out. Syndra getting away before all else fails.
Absolutely. And of course, we have the first set of Grubs going over to the side of Cert. We do have Dragon up, so it looks like that Sun may actually end up going for that. They do have the Rotling coming up. They do have that first movement because Swain's down there by himself. Illicit Raven is over by there, trying to get that Scuttle, but doesn't get it. Kill is coming in, though, with the stun. We see Dorke actually getting chunked down. Glada once again in the middle of the fight. Darrison can't actually do too much there. Illicit Raven has to flash away. Viego going for the flash in once more again. Gets the stun, gets the kill down. Also has Jhin taking over the kill onto the Viego. Another 1-for-1 situation. This is just fight after fight after fight currently.
And Glada's a part of every single part of it, and I love to see it here. We do see that Sejuani is back from the dead, but they won't be looking for that dragon just yet. Karma and Jhin trying to establish some vision around in the bot lane here. Glada going to be pathing towards the bot lane now. Might make another play here with that Tahm Kench Swain combo. Glada just trying to put the game in Cert's hands no matter what the price is, even if that price is their own death as well. Tahm Kench going to have to back in the mid lane. Jackson top lane.
Going in hardcore on the top lane. Does use his ultimate. Does actually not keep up with Fenbach. Fenbach's going to get away again. A nice back. Fenbach's playing really well into the stuns, into all of like the slows, everything that they're throwing at him. He's able to just kind of like use his E to dodge around it, use his W well to get this shield up. He's playing it so well, and it's why Camille's such a strong champion right now. She's able to get away from a lot of those fights because she's able to just E into a wall, and it still pulls her even if she gets stunned.
Yeah, I played a lot of solo queue games with Fenbach. Great player, great attitude. Really just to describe him, a solid player. Just doesn't matter how they have to win. They just want to get it done, and they want that W in their pocket there. So they'll play tanks, they'll play whatever they need to, they'll play support, they'll play jungle. They just want to get the job done and be a solid top laner up there, as you can see. Handling business even when a gank is coming their way. And that 0-3 Sejuani is now level 6 and going to have to find a way to get their team back into a driving position here. They've just been kind of sitting back, scaling up. Syndra has a lot more to go to make sure that they can be a one-shotting carry in that mid lane for them. Jhin needing 2 or 3 more items to even deal with half of Tahm Kench's health here in the mid game to late game. It's a uphill battle here for Sun, but they are not counted out yet at 8 minutes and 46 seconds into this game.
Absolutely, and I mean, honestly, the biggest thing with that is that Kills is going to be able to do a good combo to kill somebody. He could possibly get like a full combo down onto, I would say, probably Ziggs at the most to be able to do like a one-shot for him, because you're going to have Tom that's just going to be scaling HP. Swain's going to be tankier than you think he is. Camille's going to be able to just keep that shield up to prevent those damage. So, I mean, it's going to be hard to try and one-shot somebody that's not either Viego or Ziggs, but we do actually have a fight in the mid lane. Kills almost going down to Ziggs, but does make it out. Dorike there with the Karma Shield keeps him safe as well, and that is going to be a 0-for-0. But Glada starting earlier, trying to get onto the ward. He may have to actually ultimate out of here, so he doesn't end up getting caught out. But Swain coming over with the W gets them all hit, slows them down, and another pink ward down in the dragon pit. But I mean, that ward doesn't have much of a chance once they get back in there.
I'm so confused right now. Why did we not see 4 flashes in the Glotta right now? How did he get away with that with his life right there? There's no way. If that was if that was me on anybody, I just would have said, just kill on Viego right there. But great play by them. They established vision again. That dragon has still been alive for a long time here. One of these teams has to definitely make a play on it to make that happen. You see some gold leads going up here in the top and the jungle for Cert. And they're kind of just playing back and forth on both sides here on the Dragon Pit. Fenbach doesn't have TP and Jax does. I don't know if Cert has verified that yet, but they're going to have to make a decision here to figure out what they want to do.
Yeah, this is a look that actually Cert is going to be going for that dragon. They're getting that vision done again. Thought it does end up starting out. We do have to see Sejuani in the jungle. They're able to move over. Dorike coming over, but is about half health. Top side, taking some damage, but Jin ultimate coming down. Not doing a lot of damage into the Tahm Kench. And getting rooted up, does have to flash away, uses as a barrier as well. Swain ulting in, trying to get the kill down, and it may actually end up going down to Swain as well. Gets him killed. We do see Illicit Raven getting the swallow onto the Viego. Viego going in again with a stun, but ends up getting killed by the Syndra. Tahm Kench taking the kill on the Sejuani. We do see Ziggs coming in with a teleport as well. And gets the kill on the Dorike. Nice flash over, and that is going to be a flash over from kills as well. That is a 3-for-1 on the side of Cert.
The play by there by Dareston to make sure that Cert just pulls away with the lead. Not sure what the decision was from Jin as well to kind of stand there in front of a huge fish that can knock you up and send you to the next realm. Swain chasing down that Jin back to their own tower as well after the flash barrier. Did not go well for Sun in that fight. I don't think Jax was able to get a TP off due to Camille having the E to stop that channel. But, I mean, if Sun wants to make a play, they're going to have to use their whole team and use their advantages here. Make sure you're using all your abilities if you want to make a play onto a objective like that dragon that you've been playing around for the last 5 minutes here. But they'll cut their losses here and go for the grubs in that top lane. Glada's not happy about it, though.
Absolutely. I mean, we do see the Karma on top. They actually do have Camille coming over. Is going onto that Karma. But TLP coming in with the Jax, gets the ultimate down onto Dory, gets ultimated by Sejuani, and that's going to be an almost dead Camille, gets out of there. Also, big thing with that is Glad is the only person that currently has deaths on the side of Cert, as of right now. With Takujoy Megan again going for the re-engage, Camille almost hitting Dory with that, gets hit by the stun from the Jax, does go down to Jax, Viego taking down the Sejuani, goes in with another reset, Sejuani / Viego now getting a double kill, kills ends up dying to Darian, does not get the kill back, does use his ultimate, and that's going to be a triple kill for Viego. Another very good fight from the side of Cert. That's going to be a 4-for-1 in Cert's honor.
Cert pulling away with the game right now. They don't care. They are pedal to the metal. They are 110 on the highway, going straight for the Nexus of Sun. You can see Swain and Jin kind of fighting back and forth here, but Cert will take whatever fight they get thrown into, whatever fight they want to take. The whole team goes towards it. They follow the leader, which is Glada. Glada will throw their life on the line for whatever they want to get done. I like the plays that are coming out of Cert right now, and I think they have the tools that are needed to take down this game one and put it into their hands here. Can they carry out the momentum that they've built for the last 13 minutes, though, as they are 7 kills and a 4K goal lead? And, I mean, the whole team is just very cohesive here so far in this game. With the rest of the Sun kind of scaling up here, getting more items onto it, we'll really have to test their skills in this team fighting potential with the late game here. This dragon is still alive. I forgot about it, as the rest of Cert's going to go in.
Dorike actually getting caught out once again, gets stunned up, gets pulled in, and is that an immediate kill, goes over to Viego once again. But the biggest thing with this is that it's a huge item difference right now. Because Cert has a main item built on every single person, and you only see kills with that main item coming out. 05 Sejuani already, 1 in 3 Karma. I mean, even Tahm Kench already has his Heartsteel builds. Like, it's insane out here. Like, Cert is just dominating this game, and they're doing such a good job of consistently going with that tempo. They're not stopping. Like, Gladys, and that's a missed ultimate from the Sejuani. Camille just walking away very slowly and just goes, yep, we're good. Not even looking at it.
I do have to remind myself, it is week 1. This is the first game of the season for both teams here. Sun just looks a little bit lost in what they want to do and what their game plan is. I don't know if it's a communication issue or just the laning itself with the draft. A part of it. I do know they drafted for a little bit later. You're diving the bot lane.
We had another fight, and Jin's dead, and now we have Karma dead, and that's a double kill over to, again, Glada. Glada is just taking this game by the reins and saying, we're not going to lose. Tempo's going to be keeping up. Just follow me into these fights and we're going to win them. And it's been happening over and over again, either in the jungle, in the river, in bot lane under the tower. Like, there's nothing stopping them at this point.
Yeah, there is a rare breed of League of Legends player that plays Viego, and they usually just have no fear, and they just want to get the game steamrolled as fast as possible. And
going
you can
into
tell
the
from
kill
draft.
on the Ziggs.
You can tell from draft that that's what they want to do here in that bot lane with that Tom and Swain. Ziggs is getting a little handsy there with Syndra, throwing as many bombs as possible. I think they lost that trade though.
A little bit, but we do see Viego setting up again in that mid lane. Sejuani trying to go on to Fenbach. Fenbach gets the W down, does actually get away again. Like, Sejuani's trying to make plays, but it's just not working. There's not enough follow-up. Like, even if she had gotten that stun onto the Camille, I don't think she was able to kill him. Even then. And actually, Dorike having to flash over the wall, gets caught out, almost gets hit by the stun from Viego. Viego, again, is just everywhere on this map. Like, he's been in every fight. He's been in 11 of the 14 kills. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to keep his team up. And Camille actually going straight onto the Sejuani, chunks the health down, and is just consistently putting out that damage. W misses from the Viego, does walk away. I mean, kills getting put out again as well. Oh, has to punch over the wall. Does get away. So, I mean, but Viego does want to go onto this.
I mean, look at the mental games it's playing on them. Glad getting caught out, though, went way too far in that one. Sejuani finally got fed up with their bull crap there and said, all right, it's time to push my kill button. But that's what I'm saying, man. What's going on right now is that Surt and Glada are so far into Sun's heads that they're scared to fight here in these situations that they should just be owning.
Jack Sage coming in with a teleport, going in onto the Tahm Kench. Tahm Kench actually gets a good flash away. Since Wayne's using his ghost, may have to use his flash as well. Does get caught in by the Tahm. Tahm, again, just tankier than ever, and he's not dying.
Oh my!
But Surt is once again going into these fights. Tahm getting all of the kills, because when I have multiple carries on your team that are tanks, screw it, let's go. And that is another kill over to Surt. That is a 4 for nothing in that mid lane. And that was them trying to pincer them with 4 people on 2. And they couldn't do it. Because again, the Swain is huge. The Tahm is huge. The Heart's still coming in crazy. Everything right now is pointing to Surt. Everything.
Sometimes in your life, you're faced with hard decisions. And those hard decisions, you have to enact on them as soon as possible. You can't wait when the decision is... You can't wait until your house is on fire to put the fire out or do what you need to do to prevent damages here. And Sun is just a little bit too far gone into the fire to really pull themselves out and extinguish the flame that they put onto them, to dig themselves out of this hole, whatever you want to call it. I mean, they should have been fighting like this 10 minutes ago, but the champions on their team just didn't have the damage, didn't have the cooldowns, didn't have anything they needed to make that happen. And now you see that a Swain Tahm Kench duo is 1v3ing your team, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to sit there and watch as the whole house burns down here. So Sun got to try and make something happen as fast as possible. Or the other option is to stall the game out, wait 30 minutes till you can have as many items as possible, and get a Baron and maybe establish split push here. I'm not sure what Sun has to do, but they got to figure it out themselves.
All right, now I will say, if you look at the gold spread there, we do have about an 8k, 9k gold bid right now, and most of that is on the Viego. There's a 2,300 gold difference between Viego and Sejuani right now, and the items show it. And again, Fenbach just walking away, gets that speed boost from the Triforce. He's just vibing at this point. It's not even a white noodle fight. It's just Fenbach's not having to worry about anything. Just like he's taking all your damage. Bring it in. I'll get my shield up. It's gonna take away half of your damage at that point. And I mean, like, the CS differences. You have 149 versus 123 for top, 165 to 128 for the bot lane. I mean, it's a massacre on the side of Surt. They have been consistently ahead this game, and they've been pushing those leads. And Sejuani getting caught out again. Just walks into the bush. Can't be slowed, but also the Tahm Kench W coming in, kills, almost getting killed by the Ziggs bomb, and end up pulling them both in with that E. Sejuani gets a little bit down, but that is going to be a dead Sejuani more than likely at this point. And it goes over to Ziggs with a nice bomb coming in. Again, it's that tempo. It's that tempo coming through.
Tempo, and we got to recognize draft was a big issue in this one. They didn't know there's going to be a Tahm Swain. Nobody's going to predict that, right?
I hope not. If you
but
knew,
when you look when you look at the draft here, Syndra can't do anything to I'm going to say 3 champions. Camille is kind of hard to deal with there with that Syndra. A lot of chase, a lot of lockdown here. Jhin definitely can't deal with anybody on this team here. Maybe the Ziggs. There's nothing else you can really do right there. Lethal Tempo has been changed. Jinx was banned out, but there's still like Caitlyn or Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw would have been an issue as well. Maybe Kai'Sa. There's a couple of different champions you can change out to this one. I'm just seeing a kind of a draft diff here. Syndra takes a lot of time to get rolling. Jax as well. Karma's just kind of there for moral support there and repositioning, and it's a rough game for them.
And I think a big issue they have is that they did choose a lot of champions that you have to like try and either get an early lead on or you have to wait. And Cert sees that and they're like, no, we have Viego, we have Swain, we have Tom, we have Camille. We're not going to let you get that time. Like it's 20 minutes in now. It's 20-5 currently. We still have 3 deathless on the side of Cert. Glada basically has just been a martyr for his team at this point. He's like, hey, I'm going to keep running in. If it works, it's going to work well. If it doesn't work, just back out. Don't worry about me. I'm going to die. It's whatever. And it's like, it's been shown time and time again that it's worked for them. I mean, we have such great KP on the side of Cert, minus Camille. That island's been good for him, honestly. Fenbox kind of just been chilling out and just been farming. Like, he's at 177 TS. He has a Triforce. He has a Tiamat. And another fight in the jungle. We have Swain going in, pulls in kills. Kills is going to go down immediately. And that is Swain flashing over the wall, trying to chase them down. Almost gets the E on the Dory. Dory just getting killed down there. W goes in. Swain just, again, tanking that damage. Doesn't have to worry about anything. Gets rooted again. Gets pulled in, and that is a kill over to Ziggs. Sejuani going down to the Swain, and Jin trying to use his ultimate. Getting flashed on by half the team, and goes down to Viego. Torius tried to get that bot lane turret, trying to get some gold for his team, but honestly, I don't see how Sun's going to come back from this. Honestly, I think Cert could just push this and win right now at this point. They don't have that many minions coming in, but they can easily just tank it with Tom, tank it with Swain at this point even. And it looks like they're going to do just that. Actually, they're not. They are backing out, actually.
You know, Wisdom, we have a great opportunity with Titan to see all types of different teams here and how they play and how they react to certain situations and, like, drafting and everything like that. I'm seeing something I haven't seen in a long time out of Cert with their players and how they base their engages here. Every single one of them has one goal in mind, and that's to see Sun erased off of the map here. They all used their flash in that fight. They all flashed forward besides Tomkins. Tomkins W'd in, though. They all were just chasing. They said there's one goal and one goal only. Let's make sure there's nobody left on the map here. And I seen 4 flashes in that fight. It just blew my mind that that all 4 of them wanted to just run them down, kind of. Nobody was like, hey, let's back off and get some objectives here. No, let's kill. We're going to take them down as fast as possible.
I mean, the big thing of that is if one person goes in and makes a mistake, it's a mistake. If everybody does it and does it, it's a plan. Exactly. And they've had this plan every time. And I mean, Tom, she just basically said, I can W in. If I need to flash, I can also flash. I didn't have to, so I have it again. But I can still do it again if I need to. Especially, like, I mean, getting caught out, like, Sun is going to have to do a lot of backpedaling at this point to try and just keep their base. Honestly, I'm surprised Baron hasn't been taken at this point. Vigo's kind of just sitting in the mid lane. Korra could get caught out right now, actually, though. She is walking through mid lane, gets hit by the W. Swain W hitting it again. Can't be slowed, tries to slow down the Viego, but that is a smite coming out, going into her own jungle. We do see the Tom knock up, and that's going to be a dead Sejuani over to Ziggs. Another reset for the Viego, and that is going to be, I would say, Baron at this point. I think they should just take Baron and just push the waves, honestly.
Yeah, I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but we got to talk about Sun just kind of figuring out what their next draft is going to be. I mean, there's still a lot of time in here if they can wait out that Baron here. But honestly, the only thing I need out of Sun is to ban out Viego next game, because I don't want to see Glada this comfortable in the next game here in game 2. With that being said, might have to pick a little bit more early game champions in their next round here. We're looking at a 13k gold lead. We're looking at Fenbach being able to face Jackson and Karma together without any issues here. Sejuani can't do anything, can't leave the jungle, can't go into the jungle,
getting almost caught out once again. Tom missing the Q. Swain W does hit, but that's just going to slow him down. Fenbach once again just he's waiting for it. Like, he waited for that E to happen. Second E, he's like, yep, no, I'm going to push it here. He may actually be able to try and fight that too, and it's just going to be just pushing that top lane in. Kills honestly won't be able to do much by himself. Does get a 4-man stun. Doesn't kill Glada with the ultimate though, and that is unfortunate.
Yeah, I think Fenbach's just playing look at me while my team takes everything in that top lane there. 2 inhibs down 4. Cert looking to make this game the decisive Game 1 ending in their decision right now as they storm the base of Sun. Could there be one last team fight to happen?
I'm fully expecting it with how they've been playing so far. And Sejuani's ultimate actually misses everybody. She had a huge group there, and it missed everybody. She's trying to make plays happen, but it's just not working into this team. And actually, Kabos brought up a good point. The Swain ultimate happening while inside of Tahm Kench is insane, by the way. That is wild. And last team fight, Ziggs almost gets an ulti down onto Dory. Kills goes down to Camille. TOP goes down to Tahm Kench. Sejuani on the back end trying to get something done, but gets stunned up, and that is going to be the first game going over to Cert. Very, very convincing victory.
Certified Game 1 winners right there. Great job by Cert with their Game 1 showing of Titan Divinity. Doing a great job of making sure that they stuck to the same game plan that they had from minute 1 here. Glada, can't wait to see more of them every week going from here. What can they pull out of their bag next? What can they pull in Game 2? I'm excited to see a best of 3 out of this team. Could be tonight as well. See how deep their champion pools go, because Glada looks like they just want to just take over the game as fast as possible, and that's what they did tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, I think taking Glada off of Viego is going to be the first option there. I don't see a point where Sun doesn't take blue side and just get their first pick and just work on getting their comp set up. I do think they're going to have to change their draft plan from the first one, because I mean, it didn't do anything. It seems like Cert had their entire plan set up to go, and it was get Glada on a hyper carry, have supporting characters all around. You have Tahm Kench, you have Swain, you have Camille, you have Ziggs, and just keep pushing every single fight. And I mean, there was a fight almost every minute at the very beginning of the game. We had 6 kills at 7 minutes. Like, at the end of the game, we had more kills than minutes in the game. I mean, it shows that Cert came in here with a plan. They executed it perfectly. I think Swain and Tahm Kench and possibly even Ziggs had 0 deaths that entire game.
I've been looking at this team comp, trying to brainstorm in my head what could beat this team comp, and there's nothing that really comes to mind that will really shut down at that bot lane. The mid and top, you could probably play through top lane, maybe get a huge Mordekaiser, or I don't even know, man. The problem is,
not banned, which it was the first game, unfortunately.
What do you want to keep out of that team, and what do you want to see in the next game here? Viego has to be number 1 ban. I think the Swain is okay. Tahm Kench's kind of rough to deal with. Maybe you get we're gonna see what Sun drafts out of there.
First pick the Tahm if they take blue side for Sun. I mean, they could take the Tahm first and just flex it either top mid. They could go bot lane with the 2. I mean, it just depends. I think Sun's gonna have to do a full 180 of like what they thought they were able to do with this game, and just try and keep that early game pressure that Cert had this game. They have to try and fight fire with fire, basically, because if they don't, they're gonna get steamrolled again like they did the first game.
Yeah, I agree. You can see why Cert didn't want to see the Ornn. You can see why they didn't want to see a lot of the other champions they banned out as well, the Mordekaiser. Cert has one game plan here, that's just to smother you out of the game here. Korra has a big job ahead of them next game to actually establish a jungle presence in their laning phase, and it's an uphill battle, but I believe in Sun. It's game 2. They knocked off the rust. They got the nerves out, and now they can really show who they are as a team next game.
Absolutely. And then we're actually going to take a quick break while we get straight up for game 2. We'll see you in just a few.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
All right, Titan, we are back for Game 2 of Cert versus Sun. Game 1 was an absolute banger with Cert coming out extremely hard, pushing that early game into the mid game and just showing Sun why they are going to try and win this entire series.
Yeah, man, let's go. This is exactly the game that I wanted to see. But now what I really want to see in game 2 is a different perspective from Sun. Brush that game off your shoulders, come back with a new level head, and fight this one out. The only issue that I seen out of game 1 is that someone's a little bit too scared to fight, and sometimes you just gotta throw your bodies at them and see if it sticks or not, see if you can win those or not. 50-50 is a lot better than 18-3 or 18-5, whatever that was last game. There they had a lot of chances to
25-5, I think.
Oh yeah. Exactly. 25-5 is a lot worse than what I was even saying here. That just shows that they were a little bit scared to take some of these decision makings that they should have. Take the picks that were given to you. Cert looks like a team that's not going to give you too many mistakes, so you got to take the ones that are given to you on a silver platter and just eat it up, man. Do what you got to do.
Absolutely. And Sun is actually taking blue side this game, so we are going to see them flip-flopping. I'm hoping they have a better draft plan in mind. I hope they have a plan to just kind of remove the Tom, remove the Viego for sure from Glada. Glada, I feel like, is going to be just one of those people that just sits on a hyper carry champion and just does not care. And I mean, there's plenty of them out there. Viego, obviously, one of the easier ones to work with because you have all the resets, you have the different champions you can grab from them, and it's a really good way of having that mix in there as well.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about what Team Comp Sun even needs to throw at this. Definitely ban the Viego, ban out the I think you were saying earlier, maybe pick the Tom, maybe flex that Tom out there. Maybe that's a good decision as well. What do you think?
I think the Tom flex would be good for Sun to grab because Tom is such an integral champion that he can play in like every role basically. He can play him top, jungle, mid. Especially mid would be an interesting one to see. I don't know if Kills plays it. I don't think he does, unfortunately. But I mean, Notorious could easily play it. Dory could play it probably in the bot lane as well. I think having a big hyper carry in that bot lane is going to help out the side of Sun. Jin, not so much, but I think if they change it up a little bit and they get somebody different in there, the Tom mixed with like a Jinx if they keep it, a Felios even would be amazing. And then Felios, of course, being banned out first as I talk about it.
Yeah, Felios is one of those hit or miss champions. Either the AD carry is godlike at it, or the AD carry doesn't really play it too much there. So a lot of respect to Jobo on the Sun side here, showing that the Felios is someone to ban out. A lot of respect to Domination there on the cert side to ban that one out. So I want to see, definitely a hyper carry, definitely auto attack AD carry out of Sun if cert goes from more of a tanky bot lane. We do have a side swap here, so cert will be playing on the red side, so will be on the blue side.
And we do have the Viego and the Swain bans out from Sun, so it makes sense to get rid of those guys. I feel like the Tom Kench is a good first pick here. I feel like it's a very safe pick. You can grab him, you can put him in multiple rows. I feel like I'm pretty sure Cert just has the exact same bans. Udyr, Poppy, Zac, if I'm not mistaken, from the first game. And they're actually going to pick Ashe off the rip. So, I mean, auto attack champion, it's a lot more supportive than a normal AD carry is. So, like, you have like the W, you have your Enchanted Crystal Arrow that can just snipe you from across the map. We do see the Seraphine pickup from Cert currently.
Yeah, I mean, with that being said, Ashe is a all around. I love playing Ashe. Ashe is my probably most played AD carry as AD carry main there. One thing Sun was missing was long range engage. I think Korra was a little bit scared to engage how they should on Sejuani, depending on what they're going to pick this game here, and Ashe really helped that one out there. I love the Lilia pick here. You can do damage and run away and still engage from far away. Sun looking like they're going to go for a pick comp, which really helps out with the way that Cert plays. If Glada decides to invade with that Skarner, they should be able to collapse on Glada a lot easier and take away the aspect of engage for Cert.
Absolutely, and those they are grabbing TLP his Ornn, so he's going to be having those ornaments for everybody. The Camille coming back out for Fenbach again, and then Skarner pickup for Glada. So Glada going with more of a tanky champion than just like that super hyper carry. And I think it's because they were expecting to have more of like the Lilia Ornn, more tanky champions from the side of Sun coming in.
Fenbach going to be right back on that Camille. Did a great job on it. Didn't get overly aggressive when they wanted to. I could tell that there was a lot of fights that Fenbach didn't want to take. Kept a level head in that top lane and didn't give anything over to Notorious. So Nautilus banned out. Sun gonna have their last ban here. Braum and Akali banned out for Cert. Leona gonna be the last ban for Sun. Seraphine could be flexed out mid or bot lane there, or could have a Seraphine Tom Kench. Tom Kench is still up on the board.
He is.
Or Senna.
Kog'Maw though, they're going with the Kog'Maw, so I mean that could be a Seraphine mid. It could also be Kog'Maw Seraphine bot lane, which is also a super strong grouping. Like if you have the stun and the slow from Seraphine's E, and then Kog'Maw can just go hog wild on them with his W, get the attack speed. Alistar coming in from the side of Sun, so they are going for a lot more tanky. They have the Lilia that can tanky. Ornn and Alistar are going to be just super tanks at this point, so they're going to be having like those immovable health bars basically happening.
And Orianna be the last pick there for Sun. I like this comp a lot more than the last one. Sun's comp last game was not bad. It just was a little bit more predictable for Cert to do what they wanted to do on their last team comp here. Cert having a way different perspective. That's going to be a Seraphine mid, Kog'Maw, Taric in that bot lane, Camille in the top lane, Skarner in the jungle. Cert looking for a little bit of everything. I mean, they can 5v5, they can pick as well, and they can also look for a split push lane, maybe a 1-4 with the Camille. Ornn, I think, can go toe-to-toe with Camille right there. Ornn being a little bit more tankier and having that huge smack with the combo W to knock them up as well. Orianna be looking to make a play with either of the laners on the side of Sun. So we have a lot more rounded out game here. Should be a little bit easier for both teams to try and make a play. Glada should not be able to run away with the game in game 2.
I mean, I don't know about that though, because with the Taric, it actually makes it easier for him to just go in and rush those. Because especially with the Taric ultimate, you have that invincibility. I feel like they're going to be using that a lot more than what we were thinking they're going to. Skarner, I feel like it's going to be more of a I'm here to be utility for the Kog'Maw and the Seraphine, just so we can have our hyper carry as much as possible.
Yeah, Kog'Maw has a lot of safety nets there on the team of Cert. I'm just there's a lot of like question marks here on the side of Cert though. I don't know if they just want to full out 5v5 or what they want to do. You can see Jobo and Darrison taking
combo from Darrison. Like I feel like he knew what he was. I feel like he just played a lot of Seraphine from the way that he just did that, because it was like it wasn't a second thought on that combo. It was, I'm gonna auto attack you, I'm gonna get some damage down, and it's gonna just take a good portion of your HP out. You waste your W, and like the mana from the tier also goes up farther because they attack because of the attacks on the champion as well.
Yeah, normal laning phase here again out of both sides of the both teams here. We are going to see Skarner starting the blue buff and Lilia starting their Raptors. So Glada going to get taken away a lot of early CS here and the red buff as well. I'm not sure if Glada's going to know about that yet or not, unless there's some vision going to be seen out by Camille.
Yeah, so far there's no wards down, so they definitely don't know that she's up there right now. So this actually could be a very smart play. If Camille does end up seeing the Lilia coming out of their jungle with the red buff, you're gonna see Skarner go straight down to that red buff on the blue side as well. And bot lane trying to get some early damage down. Kog'Maw just poking down the Ashe. Dory trying to get some more damage down onto the Taric, but does end up walking away. About even trades from both sides, but Cert once again just pushing in that bot lane, trying to keep them under their tower.
Seeing Darius take a lot of damage in that mid lane. Kills is shoving this lane out pretty easily with the Orianna. Can't get the top lane. Fenbach and gonna run away pretty easily with that E. Glada just now feeling really bad about their top lane being gone. No red buff, no Raptors. Gonna have to make a plan B here.
Gonna be a very sad Scorpion at this point for him. And of course, mid lane, Kills is doing a great job of just pushing that in and keeping the damage down onto Darrison. The Seraphine does have a lot of availability for keeping her HP up. And Skarner actually going through the wall, trying to go onto Notorious. He does W it though, and gets away very easily. But again, Glada just trying to get those ganks down, trying to keep that extreme tempo that he had from the game 1.
Yeah, this game's a lot more balanced than it was compared to game 1 here. 3 minutes in and there's no kills. Flash here from Kills though.
He does not get the kill though, and that's going to be a flash back from Seraphine. Seraphine's going to have to go back, get teleported in. Kills is playing this very well. He knows that Seraphine's more of a supportive mid laner, so she's not going to have the damage that Orianna does. But actually, Glada getting almost caught out, does get away with his E, and actually goes through both walls with that. So that was very well done, gets away. It's down currently 23-12 CS for jungle, so Glada's going to be a little bit behind here. Won't be able to make as good. And actually, Fenbach going in under tower takes 2 shots from it. And TLP just kind of hanging out, waiting for it to happen. Again, this is TLP's most played champion. He is an Ornn one trick. He loves Ornn, so this is like his bread and butter currently for this matchup.
Yeah, we're seeing Sun wake up a little bit here in this game too, knocking that rust off, coming back as a brand new team here. 4 minutes in, and Glada is not able to do whatever they want here on the map. Korra being a little bit more aggressive, making sure that Skarner is not able to get ahead in any lead possible there. Already running away with the CS lead on that Lilia, which would be great. The sooner Lilia hits level 6, the faster that a lot of these plays here in the bot lane and the mid lane will be made. I feel like top lane should be an island, but Ornn is going to do what they need to do and just lock it down in that top lane, make sure Camille's not getting any leads there, make sure they're TPing into fights. I'm hoping to see a lot more dragon fights here coming in the mid of the game, maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes in here. We did see that first dragon stay up for a long time in game 1. I think it was alive for about 15 minutes. I want to see what these teams can do with their team comps here. I want to see what Sun can do to pull away an early lead and see if they have a lot more aggression and confidence in game 2.
Absolutely, and I think the dragon's going to be a good focal point for this game as well, because like you said, we only saw the first dragon at 15. They only had 2 dragons taken down by the end of that first game. I feel like jungle objectives are going to be a lot more needed for this game. So it looks like Surge is going for more of a scaling comp. You have the Seraphine, you have the Kog'Maw, you have Camille who's going to be able to, again, 1v1 the Ornn. The damage down from Camille is going to be good as well. And she's going to be able to actually chunk down the Ornn once she gets to those higher levels. Like, I think level 6 is going to be a big proponent for both sides. And of course, Ornn, once he starts getting his higher levels, 13, 14, 15, he's going to have those ornaments going out for his team, just making them stronger if they get to that point.
Yeah, it's going to really help them out here in the later parts of the game. I do like the team fight out of Sun a lot more than the team fight of Cert, but that all depends on the Kog'Maw. I mean, if Kog'Maw has 3-4 items, they can definitely just front to back fight anything they want to in the later parts of this game here, with that Taric ulti being a huge point of impact. Glada going to find Lilia in the river, and there's nothing really for Glada to do. Half of their jungle was gone in the beginning. It should be spawning now, and Core does not want to let Glada have that any sort of lead come back towards their favor. Taric is up here to help out his team, though.
Yeah, and actually, it looks like the Taric is up here. It looks like actually going in onto the Lilia. Does get the stun down. Does get some damage. And Skarner already being as tanky as he is. Seraphine's ultimate coming in. They are going to end up getting that kill. Going over to Taric. Lizard Raven getting the first blood both games in a row is insane, and you love to see it. The support getting that first blood, trying to make sure that it's taken care of, doesn't want to take it, but it ends up going to them anyway. Always fun to see.
And that's just the type of team that Cert is. I mean, the communication and the cohesiveness of this team is really what keeps them ahead and keeps their leads together. Glada not being scared to fight, even though they lost half of their jungle, even though they're leveled down, even though they know that Lilia can kind of run away from that one. Great job by Darius in the land, the ulti as well, and the long-range E from Taric being paired up with that Skarner. Really textbook first blood right there, but Kog'Maw would be in a situation of their own. Jobo and Dorsey know that they Kog'Maw is alone. Lilia down here in the bot side of the map to try and take out any scraps that are left over by Glada. And we have a different game going on right now, because Sun has to answer that first blood.
Absolutely, and I mean, Cert, they're playing their game again. They were, you saw Glada trying to go in for the first blood up top lane, didn't work. Finds the Lilia in the jungle, and he's just like, we're good. Lilia actually is hanging out towards that bot lane. She is actually not level 6 either yet. She's only level 5. I believe Skarner may be level 6 now though, and it looks like they're going for a dive now that she is level 6. But I mean, they have that full wave there. Taric's going to be there to keep him alive, getting that ward down. He's going straight into Korra. Korra's going to have to walk away. Getting hit by the W from Ashe does end up moving away. Does have the sleep available, but doesn't go for it. Honestly, very well played by Cert to just keep that Lilia off of the bot lane, because I mean they had that full wave there. But like Kog'Maw's wave clear is so good for that. He was able to just keep that wave down, keep his wave around him, and like they couldn't even go for the dive because of that Taric being available there. We did see the Seraphine move over immediately as soon as they saw that coming through. Skarner coming in from base, of course. They may actually go for that first dragon as well, it looks like.
Yeah, great job by Cert to stay calm in that situation, too. They didn't freak out. They didn't start flashing early. Didn't wait for the wave to come to them. Very proactive about what happened there. Korra is level 6. Does have the sleep on Glada, but not going to use the button just yet there. Sometimes in those dive situations, you just got to go. Just got to push that button. I know the wave state was not in the best favor of Sun in that bot lane. But, I mean, if they landed everything on that Kog'Maw with the Ashe arrow engaged, they could have been able to blow them up and get out. But Cert, just keeping it cool, keeping it calm, keeping it collected, as they did in Game 1 as well, until they just started flashing all over the place, going for kill after kill after kill. And we're going to see who is going to be the main carry out of the Cert team here. We haven't seen too much yet. Seraphine is not a huge hyper carry, does a lot of damage, but not enough to one-shot a team, so we're going to see a lot of protect the Kog'Maw, keep them alive, and sustainable damage here. Nothing too crazy. Fight in the mid lane.
And Kill's getting taken down to a quarter health. Does flash away from the ultimate, almost get hit by the side of it, but does make it out. I think the Seraphine's going to mainly be there for catching people out. The Skarner with the Taric E plus the Seraphine, like you're looking at CC on CC. Lilia is coming into mid lane trying to help out. The wave clear does try to do a thumbs up there, and a fist bump didn't work very well. Kills getting that wave pushed back in, but we do see the teleport coming back in from the Seraphine. Honestly, I think this is just going to be a lot more stalling at this point from both sides. I feel like there's not going to be that many fights. I mean, we're 10 minutes and we only have 1 kill. We were at 6 kills at 6 minutes last time. So, I mean, it's definitely a much different game from both ends. Camille, though, like, doing a ton of damage to that Ornn, does get knocked up. And, of course, TLP, knowing the ins and outs of his champion very well, he's going to be able to dodge most of those CCs. And we are going to have our first dragon actually taken at 10 minutes this time. Not 15, but 10.
Yeah, start pulling the trigger there. About time, honestly, on that dragon. There's been a lot of back and forth in that bot side of the map here. And the vision line is just perfect there for start to kind of walk in and get full control of that pit. So they will put a dragon in their books. Glada, even though they haven't been able to be the CS kill leading machine in this game, still making plays and making advances whenever they can make
Absolutely.
anything happen.
Try and do a goon squad onto kills in the mid lane. Gets the E down, gets knocked into the wall, and Kog'Maw going to be going straight on. Suppressed in, gets pulled in from the ultimate, but that is going to be a Kog'Maw kill onto the Orianna. Very well done from Skarner and Taric to not take the kill this time and give it to the Kog'Maw, because they want that hyper carry Kog'Maw. He's at 103 CS. He already is working towards that Bork. It's going to be great into Lilia, going to be great into Ornn, going to be great into Alistar. Like, he's going for the smart build currently. And
look at the clockwork execution here by Sir Dragon. Mid lane has no flash on the side of Sun. Get Sun, easy kill there for Glada to lock them up as well. And they go straight to the grubs and take that as well. Kog'Maw getting a kill and some free farm, but now Darrison looking real lonely in the bot lane of 3 members of Sun here to try and get a kill.
Does have the wave, does get hit by the E from Lilia, but I don't think... Actually, no, she does go in for the sleep. Does get the E down, stuns up the Lilia, does flash away, may end up going down, almost makes it out, but we do have people coming in, going hard onto the Lilia, and is going to end up taking her down fairly quickly. The flash coming through from both sides. Doria almost taken down as well from the tower. Honestly, it was a really good look for that dive, but it just didn't work out how they wanted it to, and honestly, Seraphine almost survived that with that flash.
Yeah, I thought Seraphine was out of there. I thought that was going to be the mistake of the century right there on that dive, but they got it done. 1 for 1 is not bad, especially in the side of Lilia, who needed a little bit more gold to help out in the later part of this game here. I think Lilia's going to be a huge factor for Sun to make a lead.
A lot of going in on Notorious, going for the Ornn kill. He may just keep going in, honestly. I mean, he's tanky enough to do it. Ornn does actually flash out. I don't think he needed to. I don't think it was going to hit him, even though Skarner had that E set up for it. I don't think it was going to hit him, but I mean, better safe than sorry, I suppose.
I agree, for sure. It looked cool, and that's all that matters there.
It did, absolutely. And I mean,
yeah, Kog'Maw
just farming. Like, he's vibing. He's just hanging out.
Yeah, I like the lane swap here. Send Seraphine into the lane who has all the pressure onto it. Let Kog'Maw kind of free farm here. This could be an issue, though, in the middle of the game. People tend to not have much to do once a tower goes down, and it's 15-20 minutes, so mid lane can become a real fiesta at this part of the game. 4 kills in, though, 13 minutes, 2k gold lead, kind of hanging on there for Cert. And it kind of all stems from here. Will we make a decision for Sun to start getting more aggressive? Will Cert be looking to split the map here and just kind of get leads off of small gold opportunities? Darrison does not see Korra on that fight in the mid lane here. We do see Ashe and Dorsey doing a little bit more damage than possible. Do have a huge long-range ball rolling from the bot lane there on Lilia. And I'm not sure if Ashe and Alistar can really do much about the Kog'Maw Taric combo because of that Taric ulti. But if they ever get that fight to go, Ashe does have ulti there if Lily wants to make a play as well. Ornn looking really antsy as well in that top lane.
Absolutely. And I mean, we do have Rift held up. We do see, honestly, Bedrock just going for that top lane turret. I think that actually would be the first turret down for the game is getting that top turret. Mid lane's still pretty healthy for both sides. The knockup comes in from Ornn. We do actually see Dorky coming up as well. Fenbach he sees him on the wards. There's going to be 4 people top lane now. We're going to see at least one ultimate coming in. We have Ornn. That's going to be a dead Fenbach. We do see Alyssa trying to come in there and save him, but it does not work. Skarner coming in as well. Taric ultimate coming down. It gets both him and Skarner. Has to flash away. Alyssa, unfortunately, is going to go down to the Ashe. That's going to kill over for Jobo. A kill in for Elihori's OP. And there's going to be a sleepy Skarner. Glada may actually end up going down to this as well. Does end up getting taken down by the Lilia. So that's going to be a 3-for-0 actually on the side of Sun. Looking a lot better this game with these fights.
Oh, Darius is still going in the bot lane. Huge
and
by the Seraphine.
Kills got way too cocky there, trying to go in for that turret, and just got taken down so quickly.
That came out of nowhere, too. Darrison did recognize that there was nobody there in that bot lane. Sun trying to keep their lead going here as they're going to attack this mid lane tower, try and knock that one down. Rift Herald being taken solo by Lilia. And we're seeing Sun come into their identity here in the middle of the game of Game 2. We're seeing that they are able to actually make fights happen and make plays happen and show that they are a team that deserves to be in this Titan League. And they are coming out strong here in Game 2. I like it. I like seeing a breath of fresh air here in this Game 2.
Absolutely agreed. I mean, Kill's having a tough game so far. He's 0-2 right now. But his team making those plays across the map is working out for them. Seraphine is going to get the spot lane tower, so that's going to be 2 towers to 0 so far. We do see the Herald over for blue side, and we also have the 6 grubs, though, for Cert. So they're going to have a lot more power in terms of turret pushing. With the Kog'Maw, with the Camille on the side lane, with the Seraphine on the other side lane. Like, they have a very good 1-3-1 comp available to them.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, fortunately, Kills is more of a team fighting style of mid lane, so he should be all right, even though he does have an 0-2 record going on. But really, all you need Orianna for is that ball and Ornn to make the ball land. Lada going to take down that scuttle, and we have another kind of back and forth here. And the second dragon of the game is a Mountain Drake, as Cert already has one dragon under their belt here. Sun looking a little bit more confident, though, in this game. Fenbach does have TP if they need it, and they could go for a fight here.
And it actually is a 5-person down here for the Dragon. It looks like they are going to try and get the send down from the Terra, but it does not work. Darrison is on the side, and we actually do have the teleport coming in from Fenbach from the back. Gets that top wave pushed in, and they are actually looking for that fight now. Honestly, I think if they get a hold of either the Orianna or the Ashe, they'll be great. Fenbach needs to be careful on that backside. We do see Dory going in on him, but there's no follow-up. Lada going in for the Ornn, but does end up getting taken down almost very quickly. The ultimate's coming in from both sides. Unfortunately, we do see the Fenbach coming in. Sleep coming in for everybody, and that is going to be 3 for 1 so far. Or 3 for 1 so far. Ashe going down. Domination does end up going down to Dory, and Fenbach does not make it. That is going to be a team kill from Sun in 17 and a half minutes this time. So, I mean, a lot better from Sun for these fights. Like, I think Fenbach needed to go more with his team than trying to go around the back, because as soon as he went in, Alistar took him out, and then it was just ultimate after ultimate after ultimate on the rest of the team, and they just dropped like dominant.
Yeah, you could see Cert felt a little bit more confident in just running at Sun, but Sun really respected the engage, just kind of fought back with that one. You could see that Sun's coming into their own right now. They're not scared of too much from Glada, because Glada is on a tank now, not really on that just bursty take down anything like that Viego. I respect the flash in from Darrison, but I think that Seraphine needs to stay alive. Protect that Kog'Maw as much as possible here. Kog'Maw did get a little bit of damage out, but just not enough to make anything possible, because Sun blew up most of that team in the matter of seconds there after Glada did flash or did go for that ulti. Absolutely. That being said, that's a dragon under their belt there. That is a lot of objectives here from Sun to keep their lead going. And the answer is, where do they go from here? We haven't seen them in this position yet to really make plays happen and split the map apart, break open that map, and maybe go for some picks. That mid lane tower is hurting for the blue side there.
Absolutely. I mean, chat's actually talking about it. Camille should have just gone for the tier 2 turret. They could have easily given up the Drake. It's just second Drake. I feel like it's a lot more of just Glado really wants these kills. I mean, kills is going down to Fenbach immediately. I mean, he just really gets eliminated. You didn't see his health bar anymore at that point. But I mean, if you had kept Fenbach in the top lane and he got that tier 2 turret for that dragon, it would have been at least an even trade, if not better, for the side of Cert. Because then they didn't get fully team killed. They could have easily just kept pushing waves, honestly. I think that would have been the better option. I think they just need to start doing that. Just push the side waves, let Fenbach do what Fenbach does on Camille, and just keep those turrets going down. Seraphine versus Lilia topside right now. We have Fenbach and TLP. TLP going in hard, but does end up getting some damage back. I mean, Camille sitting on a Triforce already. We do have Ornn with the Sunfire. I mean, it's going to be a lot of... Ornn is currently going to have to basically be like the main tank and just face the Kog'Maw. But they're going to have to try and get picks out on him. Like, they need to get the picks on the Kog'Maw, get the picks on, like, any of the super ultimate CCs. So the Seraphine, the Skarner, they need to keep that away from the Ashe. Keep it away from Orianna, because those are going to be like their 2 main people that they need to keep alive at this point.
Yeah, I completely agree here. We're seeing that even though Cert's losing the team fights, they're winning on the map here. They're winning by pressure, not objectives here, but just the lane pressure and the tower objectives here. Gonna get that mid lane tower finally taken down. Kills being bullied here by Fenbach as well and Darrison. So let's put kills towards the team. I know Oriana does need a lot more levels and soul gold and XP there, but I think kills is going to be the backbone of these team fights here with the Oriana ball and ultimate.
Oh, we do actually have a lot of CC coming in onto the Seraphine. Does end up going to sleep. Almost gets survived by the turret. Unfortunately, that's going to be the Herald down as well, going for that second tier turret. Honestly, very well done. I think the CC was a little bit off time, though. I feel like the Ash Hero was a little too soon. After that, Oriana getting the shockwave, though, gets both Taric and Kog'Maw, and that's going to be a dead Kog'Maw, dead Taric, and Glada can't do much. Fenbach's trying to come in from the back. Honestly, Sun is just playing this so well. And I think a big portion of that is just they seem more cohesive overall.
The draft is a lot better this game. There's not two bullies in the bot lane beating you up with the Tom Swain combo that we had last game here. This time it's a full-on 2v2 80 carry special with the Kog'Maw Taric and the Ashe Alistar. And they're winning off of CC and just lane dominance here. Baron being started, but I don't think Cert can come back in this pit.
I mean, Fenbach and Darrison trying to do a 2v5 at this point. Fenbach is still very healthy. The Ornn ultimate coming in. I don't think that's going to hit. He does end up missing. Seraphine is keeping them away as well. And that's like 3 people half health for the side of Sun. They have to stop the Baron. I mean, honestly, very well done from the side of Cert to keep them off that Baron, to keep them off of that objective. And I mean, they just kind of, like I said, they just need to keep pushing those side waves. Like, I mean, we had teleport coming in from Seraphine, so she's at that down now. Oriana still has her teleport. But like, the shockwaves have been really well done from kills this game.
Yeah, great job by Fenbach to do their job as well, to get them off of that Baron and not get caught out. We'll see a huge push in the mid lane here. Cert trying to get another tower gone. Asher going down from downtown.
The cleanse though immediately onto that, but they do have the rest of the CC available. Glada is not close enough to start the fight. Kog'Maw's just having to run away right now. Fenbach coming in though. Starting to just take 3 people away from the fight. Kog'Maw is just kind of, he's not even putting damage out right now. He's just walking around. And he gets immediately blown up by the Lilia. Glada getting caught out, does have to flash away. Sleep coming in. Seraphine goes down to the Lilia. Fenbach managing to go down as well. And Lia's going for that pentakill currently, it looks like.
We'll keep chasing. Glada having to run away here. This could be a Baron angle or an inhib angle. They don't have the wave in their favor, so you will see them pinging out for that Baron. They do have sustain left up, and nobody went down on the side of Sun. Kog'Maw was not able to capitalize on what was going on in that fight there and had to reposition, but just wasn't enough. Glada had a huge 4-man ulti as well, but nobody on the side of Cert can really do anything here.
Okay.
Baron pit is started up. Baron is at 9,000 gold. Fenbach's going in.
Maybe disconnected? He's just kind of standing there on Ornn. Cora's by herself right now. Corey does go down to... yeah, it looks like there's some issues going on here.
I will be right back.
So yeah, I mean, with that, it looks like we do have a pause coming in. Notorious, we did see did DC. He was kind of standing by that wall for a while. Dory does get solo killed by the Camille, so that is going to be Dory's first death for this game. Cora was just kind of attacking the Baron by herself. But the biggest thing here is going to be that Lilia difference right now. It's a 4k gold difference for Lilia versus Skarner, and it's that early start with getting the red buff from their side, taking their own blue and then the red. And then it's just basically Cora is doing their best cosplay of what happened last game with Glada, where they're going for that tempo and just going for those consistent fights. And it shows it. I mean, it's working out for them. They currently have a 2k gold lead, 14-7 kills at 23 minutes. Right now, the Kog'Maw hasn't been doing too much in terms of fights. It hasn't been great. And I think they're going to have to wait for Kog'Maw to actually hit those power spikes and be able to actually be that like 3 or 4 item carry that they're going to be needing here.
Yeah, sorry, Wisdom. I had to turn my air down because I am burning up watching this game right now, man. I'm wiping sweat off my forehead, and I don't know what was going on. With that being said,
it's the name, man. It's heat.
Dude, it ain't heat right now. It's sweat.
True.
I did like the Baron play there. I do think Fenbach could have stopped that Baron fight.
I mean, technically he did though. That's the thing. Like Notorious BC'd by that wall, and I mean Dory tried to stop Fenbach from going in on him, but ended up dying to the Camille anyway. And I mean it was just Cora left on the Baron for a while there. You can see Jobo and Kills over here on the side. Like they've been walking away for a little bit. I definitely feel like Unfortunately, I think the reason why it took so long for them to get that pause out was because there was a fight from Dory and Camille happening, which is unfortunate. Since TLP's been DC'd for like at least like 2 minutes at this point, looks like.
I think the real question here is Cert has to recognize they can't win that 5v5 anymore. It's a little too far gone on the side of items. Lilia being 8-2, having the Rift Maker, having the Leandri's Torment, and a 10 stack that could go into a Medjai's pretty soon here. Ornn is unbelievably tanky. Might be too tanky right now for that Kog'Maw to even get through. Ashe can one-shot the Kog'Maw and 1v1 them. Taric has not had a situation where they could be in a winning fight for them with that ulti. They're winning off of picks and winning off of wave states, winning off of towers. They might have to just win off of Fenbach. Fenbach's the only one on this team that can really get in, take somebody out, and get right back out. If they can work around that, get some deep vision, keep them off the objectives as long as possible here, it's going to take a while. They're not going right back in, though.
Getting killed by Fenbach. Ashe about to go down. That is a triple kill for Camille, and actually going on to the Lily as well, trying to get that kill. Honestly, Fenbach is just taking this game into his own hands. We do have a little bit of a freeze.
Fenbach seen red right off the bat. I wasn't expecting that. Just came in completely hot right there. Already got 2 kills. Might be 3 off of this one. Do have that spectator bug going on right now. I hate it. It happens every time.
At this point, this was amazing.
Yeah, turn that into a painting.
Fenbach backing up does have the burn on him, but Ornn actually also backing out now. Honestly, Fenbach I think just single-handedly saved that Baron play by getting that triple kill, and I mean that's a ton of gold now. He has a 350 gold bounty, and that's gonna be glad taking the dragon for the ocean. So we're gonna be having an ocean soul currently.
That is rough right now.
Wow, they're actually going for Baron on the other side of the map as well. I mean, Kog'Maw's going to be able to burn through that with the Ginsu's with the Bork. I mean, it's showing. Like, they're doing better than I think the 5-man team of Sun was right now for the Baron.
This might flip the game completely on their heads. This might be exactly what Cert needed. Glad to get caught out on the dragon, though.
Yeah, and I mean, Korra's down here, but they do end up getting the dragon anyway. Glada's just basically wasting time for them at this point. He's going, hey, it's fine. My team's going to be taking... Knocks him over the wall, though. Oh my, dude, Alistar is the hero that Glada needed. That he didn't know he needed.
Yeah, you can sense the frustration of Sun right now. They didn't even check the Baron after that one. They didn't even think it was going to be an issue there, but you knew that Fenbach just took out 3 people, and there was 3 people behind him there. I would go straight to Baron in that play there. Unfortunately, Lilia did go towards the dragon, lost the dragon there. Cert is on the upper end now. They are a gold lead ahead by 1,000, down 5 kills, but have 2 dragons in a Baron power play that should be the start of a nail in the coffin for the series if they can play it right and play it perfectly. Sun does still have a team fight ready for them to try and figure out right there. They might just want to push mid down and see if they can force out an inhib or something.
Absolutely, I think they'd be trying to do like what they said, like the 1-3-1. Honestly, TLP is very far behind in terms of like CS against that Fenbach. Dory is just waiting in the wings. Unfortunately, Derizian can kind of sense it, like, hey, I'm not gonna walk into this. I know I can't see like where half their team's at. I'm gonna play this smart. I'm gonna go back. But like 205 to 146 CS for top lane. Like Ornn hasn't died yet, but he's also like a good bit behind. He's only currently level 13, so he only has his own upgrade currently. So there's only the one ornament out on. It looks like the Thornmail. Which I don't know how good Thornmail is anymore, especially as a full item, just because of like the changes they've made. But I mean, I guess the ornament item might be better as an option as a whole at this point.
Anything's good when there's a Kog'Maw throwing 10, 15 auto attacks at you. And with that being said, we do have Cert just Fenbach running down that top lane, 3 people in the mid lane here. They are looking to get their lead back and put it right where they need to be into an inhib or a top lane tower going down. Darrison still in that bot lane, pushing these waves out here. Start putting Sun against the wall. Something they are used to, though. Can they come back swinging on this fight, though?
Ashe ended up immediately using a cleanse, and I'm not sure what she cleansed. Unfortunately, she does end up falling. Doesn't have flash up. The ultimate coming out from... I'm a little confused where that cleanse came out for. Because I know you can't cleanse the Camille ultimate.
And I think it was just a reaction there, just a little bit of fat fingering. It happens to the best of us with that one. You can see that Baron play just completely ruined Sun's whole thought process here, and they are trying to figure out what they need to do in this game right now, but they need to figure it out fast before it gets out of their hands and out of their control.
Absolutely. And I mean, Cert coming back from, like, they had a huge deficit at the beginning. They weren't making those plays. Glado was a lot farther behind. He's still not doing great, but he's at least, like, trying to make those plays. Like, he got the Dragon up, and the rest of his team was just taking Baron. I really feel like Fenbach's taking this game over by himself, and he's showing why they won the first game as well, because he was doing really well in the 1v1s. He was, like, again, he was, like, pulling 3 or 4 people top lane sometimes, just to try and stop him from pushing. I mean, Fenbach currently is doing really well to keep this team ahead and to push them farther. And they actually are trying to go for the pincer move here on bot lane. Unfortunately, it looks like I think Seraphine did get out, but Kog'Maw's going to end up going down. Does get the ultimate from Taric on him. Just going to sit there and just try and take some damage out. Taric does make it out, but they do have top and mid pushing in extremely hard. You do have tons of minions coming in, so I mean, they get the kill on the Kog'Maw, but at the cost of, like, a lot of their minions going down and a lot of, like, more pressure from the lanes of top and mid for the side of Cert.
There's some plays in the game that are more worth your mental than worth the game state itself. This might put Sun back into a confidence level that they need right now in the middle of the game. They looked a little lost for the last 5 minutes here, and I need them to really lock back in, tighten up again, and figure out what they need to do to get this game going in their favor again. They were winning off the team fight, but I haven't seen them group at all. I know Fenbach has run away with the game, but sometimes you just gotta let a top lane tower go so you can run down the mid lane, trade stuff out, take a 1-for-1, do whatever you got to do. I don't think Orin can even keep up with Fenbach anymore, and I don't think there's anybody on the team that can keep up with Fenbach. Fenbach is just way too far ahead right now and can kind of 1v1 anybody on the side of Sun. So with that being said, you're going to have to take that 4v5 and just see what you can do before Fenbach even gets there. He's had that TP up for a long time, though. He's waiting. He's bloodthirsty, waiting to see when the next fight's going to be.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been doing such a good job of keeping that pressure up. I mean, like, he's 1v1ing Notorious right now. He's at level 16 already to TLP's 14. The closest to him is going to be Lily at level 15. And I mean, Dory just getting chunked down a little bit of damage, trying to take that word down, doesn't even get it, and just take half of his health and damage for it. We do actually have, that's a flash out from the Ashe. Fenbach coming in with the teleport, does go straight into the fight, trying to get everybody out. E coming in, Lilia gets blown up immediately. We do see Dory trying to run away. Ashe gets stuck in the Camille ultimate, and that's going to be another kill over to Fenbach. Gets the flash on, gets the W, slows both kills and Dory down, and then we have TLP trying to walk over, but we do have the Skarner coming in with his E. Almost gets the stun down on Dory, but Dory isn't going to make it out. Actually, he does make it out. He gets the knock away on the Skarner, and they live, but with a 2-0 deficit there, that should be an easy dragon for the side of Cert.
This is rough. I feel really, really bad for Sun right now. It's such a rough way to lose your lead with the unfortunate AFK coming out there, the reconnect from that Baron. Ever since that point in the game, Cert has, sorry, I keep saying certified. Cert has just been...
all good, man. It's all good.
I keep having the Kendrick Lamar song come in my head too now. I guess it's just... anyways, with that being said, Cert has really capitalized on everything given to them. Asher going down.
But Has to Cleanse does get the stun down with the Taric E. Knock up on 3 people. Ultimate coming in from Taric. Does walk into it for Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw has it. Kog'Maw actually didn't get the ultimate there. But it looks like they are trying to... I mean, Seraphine's just pushing mid. We do have the Taric going down too. Fenbach's going to be able to get out. Alyssa Raven trying to kind of just sacrifice herself to keep everybody alive. And I mean, they aren't getting anything out of this. They're just going to keep chasing. Seraphine's still pushing mid. That's a full inhibitor down now. And I mean, they didn't get anything out of it. They got some damage down onto Fenbach and to domination, but it's like it didn't do too much for their overall game plan. And that's a mid turret and a mid inhibitor down now. I mean, they tried to go for the pick that they could have done. Unfortunately, that Taric ultimate keeping them alive, which is like I said, like it's going to be a very, very big game changer for them.
Dude, there's something about the red team right now that is able to just say, hey, look here, don't look over here. It's like a magician at work right now. It's a cup trick, it's a card trick, it's whatever you want to call it. Look at my right hand when my left hand does the tricks, and Darrison got away with a free inhib while 4 members of Sun were chasing down. Did not get a kill on any member of Cert in that bot lane after that fight. Fenbach does it pretty well as well.
Going back in Dory just getting... He gets immediately went up by that second Q from Camille, and that is the damage you can see from Camille coming in. It is absolutely insane. She's running... What? She has a Sterix, Ravenous Hydra, and a Triforce. And it was like half the health from Alistar just got demolished by that true damage. Like, it's crazy what Camille can do currently. And I mean, they gave it to them both games.
I kind of forgot how disgusting Camille can be with a little bit of a lead there. That Q, the second engage of it, can just really wreck a squishy member of any team. We're seeing Kog'Maw kind of get online here. It's been kind of quiet in the last 10-15 minutes of the game, but does have 3 items as well. Seraphine looking pretty steady as well. Sterix and Heartsteel on the Skarner, and Tarek just kind of locking it down, trying to be as tanky as possible with the tier as well. I like that by Sun. I don't see a member that's pretty far ahead besides that Lily anymore. Dory going in.
Well, Fenwick actually ended up getting caught out by the sleep as well as the stun. Dory just, again, taking all of that damage, and Tarek ultimate coming through. We do actually have Kog'Maw on the side, and Kog'Maw is getting some decent damage and does have to flash away. Korra going for the kill, but Kog'Maw, look at that, just auto attacks for days, has to use his Zonias. We see Alistar going down to Fenbach. That's going to be a dead Lilia to the Kog'Maw. Oop, oh, no, she does end up actually making it out, but Jobo ends up getting almost taken out. TLP getting caught out by the Seraphine ultimate. Glada going on the back. There are 3. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now. Glada's still bloodthirsty. They're going to flash into 3 members.
Glada grabs both Orianna and this is...
That'll be an inhib Cert. It's looking to end the game right now. They're looking to end up the series. It's going to be game 2 onto the side of Cert as they come back from the dead and they come into a game 2 win. Great job by them. They were looking so dominant. This might be the team to beat in the Titan series here. Great job by Conduit, Esports, Revelation. Fenbach locking it down in both games here, being such a steady top laner that they needed. Glada being the solo carry that the team needed in that first game on the Viego, and really keeping a level head on that game too. Sometimes you got to sit back and let your team carry you, and not saying he did that. He made plays for his team to carry him. Seraphine being solid as well, taking a lot of pressure. Kog'Maw positioning was a little weird, but did their job, and definitely was a target doing a lot of damage. Tarek, great job as well. I do like this team comp a little bit more than the Viego team comp that they had last game. This looks a little more solid. This is what you're going to see a lot more, what you're going to need to use in the later part of this game here. This is a week 1, guys. There's a lot of weeks to go through. You're going to see a lot of different champions, a lot of different matchups here. And Cert definitely can play any style they want to play. They can be patient. They can wait for picks. They can get whatever they need to get done to get this rolling for them. Sun, unfortunately, did have that reconnect there in that Baron pit. You can see where it happened too. It goes red to blue, and then blue straight down to red at the very end right there. So that little mountain peak there of the blue is probably that Baron fight, and then all of a sudden Serge just runs away with the game after that one, thanks to Fenbach.
Absolutely. And I mean, honestly, Fenbach just showing his dominance during the laning phase and then during like those fights at the end. That triple kill, it is unfortunate that TLP ended up disconnecting during the Baron fight. And I think the issue again, like, is that they couldn't pause before the fight started happening from Fenbach because he just went straight in to try and get some kills and keep them off of that Baron. So it is unfortunate to see. But Fenbach honestly just coming in hard in game 1 and 2 on that Camille both games, and he just showed how strong Camille can be with these new items and with the changes happening. Kog'Maw again didn't do too much this game. He was kind of like at the end there, he was able to like, kind of like just face tank the Lilia and just go for the damage. But like for most of the game, he was kind of just hanging out and just getting CS. We did actually see more dragons this game by far. We doubled our dragons. We doubled them this game. We did have 6 grubs. We did have 2 barons taken by Cert. Honestly, Cert just showing really good dominance in game 1. They picked a really strong just go into your face comp and just not let you get out of it. And then game 2, they had to go more for a we have the Skarner. We'll keep the Camille. We'll go with a completely different rest of our team. I think the Seraphine mid was a really good pick to keep them on that level playing field because the Tarek ultimate keeping in it. And then just CC on CC on CC coming from the Tarek, the Seraphine, the Skarner. Very smart play to keep that down. And then, I mean, just overall a better mid to late game and just keeping those waves pushed.
Yeah, I do want to say one more thing before we go here, and it's been a great series. I love watching this. A great way to kick it off here. Cert definitely winning off of decision-making, grabbing that Baron and the Dragon at the same time, with Glada going down there to solo that Dragon and the rest of the team staying on that Baron after that Fenbach power play right there to turn the game around. With that being said, though, Sun, I can't wait to see more out of them. I think there's something missing here. I don't know if it's communication or shot calling, but there's something there that I want to see more out of them. You could tell that they know how to win games. It's just a little bit unfortunate. Again, And the game 1-2, you could see that they were ready to come alive until their base was getting taken there. So I think that they can kind of just go more towards the draft, see what works for them, and play a little bit more. And this team might be able to come alive in the like week 2, week 3, week 4 after a little bit more practice together. Cert though, you let them breathe, they're gonna take the whole map from you. You can see that. 2 games, 2 bangers, and that'll kick off the season for us, guys.
Absolutely. And I mean, we do want to thank you guys for joining us here. This was the first week of Divinity. This is the first game of the season, and we've already had this much craziness happen in just 2 games. I'm excited to see the rest of the split. From those of us here at Titan, we wish you guys the rest of your night, and we'll see you soon.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never